What do you do to comfort yourself when you're feeling extremely anxious? I found a great comfort item that helps me when I feel extremely anxious as an autistic adult. Allow me to introduce to you my friend Waggles. He is a warmie I found on Amazon, and I'm going to tell you all about him, how he works, and how he comforts me, and more. So let's get started. Hey, Define Yourselfers, I am Chris Mitchell from theconfidentautistic.com. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm an autistic adult, late diagnosed, an advocate for autistic adults, a multi-certified confidence life coach, and a digital creator empowering other autistic adults and the entire world to embrace autism confidently. If that resonates with you, please consider supporting our channel. You can show your support by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. But the best way to show your support is by subscribing to this channel. And when you do subscribe, please do not forget to ring the bell to be notified of new videos and when I go live. Anxiety is common for autistic adults. Anxiety can be tiring and limit our productivity. Not to mention that anxiety can do a roll number on our self confidence, which can cause us to experience or add on to our pre existing depression. So, when I feel anxious, especially when my anxiety is heightened, I feel a dull, burning pain just above my chest, right near where the rib cage begins. When I was a child, I would feel that pain when I was in the principal's office or when I was in trouble with my dad, not to mention when my parents were fighting. Nowadays, I still feel that dull, burning pain when I'm anxious about money, during slow times of my business, hashtag define yourself, and especially when I worry about my wife's stage 4 metastatic breast cancer and feel uncertain about the future. I know that my anxiety was causing me to feel depressed and was becoming an obstacle between me and my ability to build hashtag define yourself, which, as I mentioned earlier, is my business. During the time I was suspecting I was autistic, so this was a while ago, I started to do some research into comfort aids and how to manage my anxiety. And that's when I ran across this Warmie on Amazon, right here, this little guy here. Now, there are many types of warmies, including cats, dogs, frogs, turtles, bears, etc. But I chose this golden lab because I've always wanted a golden lab dog, and I named him Waggles. Because back here, I don't know how well it's going to pick up on the camera, but his tail waggles. Now, how does a waggle work? Or how does Waggles work? Or how does a warmie work? Either way, this answer will answer both of those questions. So when I feel anxious, I can hold and pet Waggles, as his fur is made from the softest plush materials. And this is, oh man, this feels really good. I mean, I'm doing this for demonstration. I'm over a script here, and I'm like, I'm really enjoying this. This is really great. When my anxiety is intense, I take him to his heated doghouse. That's, to us humans, it's called the microwave. And I heat him up. And I follow the directions, which, depending on your microwave wattage, is anywhere from 45 to 60 seconds. And then I pull him out. And then I place him on my belly. I kind of recline in my recliner or lay in my bed, prop myself up. And I place him with the bottom part here right up against me. Because that's where most of the heat is. And they're like little bean bags in here. Like it's like a little his body is like little bean bags, no bones, just bean bags. And that, I can press him against me and I can pet him. And it is so soothing. And while I'm doing that, because he's been warmed up, he emits a lavender aroma, which is so soothing that is, and its fur is so smooth to pet. It's really, oh man, I'm now relaxing right now just doing this in this video. This is kind of cool. Now he's not been warmed up recently, but if you get your nose close to him, Even if he's not warmed up, you can still smell that lavender smell. Now, I've had him since, what, the time of the taping, almost 7 months now. And he'd been used several times to warm up, and he still has this wonderful smell. It's not going away at this point. And he is just a really good comfort device that I have, a comfort toy. My buddy, actually. Now, like I said, I can press place where my chest for the pain is. It really does. That heat relieves that dull burning pain that's in my chest. Now, he can be used for other things. If you have a pain somewhere else, and instead of a heat compress, you can warm him up. You got a cute little comforting heat compress that's gonna help you feel better, relieve the pain, and comfort you at the same time. Now, when I do heat him up and I put him on my chest and all, and that warmth from him and that smell, that lasts about an hour. So I put him in the microwave for maybe a minute, and that he is still warm about an hour away. Now, he does not get so hot. Won't you follow the directions? Okay, let's be honest here on how long you put him in his heated doghouse. He does not get to the point where he burns you or he has any burn marks on him. As you can probably see, this is nice and clean down here. There's no brown spots or anything from him being burned. It's really a cool thing. And like I mentioned, he is slightly scented. That aroma I was telling you about, he is slightly scented with French lavender. And when heated, I can enjoy the calming aroma of lavender. And it is. Lavender for many people is a calming smell. It is for me. I can't get too much of it. If I get too much of it, because it smells a little bit like grape, I have a problem with grape. Okay, it does smell like grape. I get headaches and nausea from just the smell of grape. My brother knew this. I wish I never told him this when we were kids. He would chew grape bubble gum, probably bubble gum or hubba bubba, and it would stink up the back of the car, and I would be like, I'm gonna throw up. I never did, but I should have told him I'm gonna throw up on you. Probably would have gotten yelled at by my parents. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Now, Waggles can also visit his igloo, that's known as a refrigerator, and he can get cooled down. Once cooled down, he can also be used when seeking a cooling sensation. Let's say you have some swelling somewhere in your arm or wherever, and you need an ice compact or something cold against it. Just stick your warmie, which then you can call him a coolie, into the refrigerator for a while, get him nice and cold, and he's going to be able to provide you relief from that too. And if you're a person who is on the spectrum and one of your sensory seeking, one of the senses that you seek to experience is a cool sensation on you or a warm, this is a perfect. Waggles is perfect. Warmies are perfect for that. Now, when you put them in the refrigerator, they got to be in there a little bit longer than a minute for them to really work well as cooling. So follow the directions that come with him. The directions are actually, you won't lose them because they are pretty much sewn onto him in these little tags. So don't worry, you won't lose the directions unless you cut off the tags. And then I don't know what to tell you. Save those somewhere. You could take a picture of them and save that picture on the phone. If tags bother you, go and cut them off, but save that photo so you can refer back to it. Now, Waggles can be reheated. I mentioned this earlier, but he can be reheated, which means he can help more than just one time. In the 7 months I've had him, I probably, when I first got him, I used him a lot. My anxiety's been coming down some, but I have heated him probably almost a dozen times, and he still works as good on the 12th time I heated him as he did the very first time. Waggles can also visit his igloo multiple times. Waggles can be cleaned with a lightly damp cloth, and he prefers to be air dry at room temperature because Waggles does not like being submerged into water. They don't recommend you putting this into like a washer, dryer, dishwasher. You need to gently hand clean this with a damp towel. I've not done that yet because he's in really good, clean condition. I take real good care of him. But if I wouldn't do this, and I would recommend you not doing this, especially you get attached to these little guys. Would not want to get pizza or any barbecue McRib sauce. Oh, I love McRibs sauce on him. Like that may be really hard to clean. Now, I have found Waggles as a great comfort. Waggles not only helps with the pain from my anxiety, Waggles help me self-regulate. I can just sit next to him, or I have him sitting on my lap in the living room, and I just pet him, and you can't see it on camera. I'm petting him right now. It is so soothing. And I lay in bed with him, and I pet him at times. And sometimes I hold him and go to sleep holding Waggles when I'm really anxious. He is such a comfort. Now, I got to tell you, I got a cat. I got an orange cat. And I don't know if he's in here or not. Is he? No, he's not. He's not in the office. Okay. And his name is Junior. And orange cats are like Velcro cats. He's very affectionate. He's very attached to me. I think I'm his favorite person. I don't know how he determined that. He's not met all 8 billion people on the planet Earth, but he's chosen me to be his favorite. So my cat is a little bit jealous of Waggles, but he'll get over it. But when my cat's not available, Waggles is so soothing to pet him. And the hair on him is kind of curly, kind of like it would be on an actual golden lab. But the best thing is no fleas. And that's really a cool thing. Now, let's see. And the best part is that he comes when you order him, or as I like to say, adopt him. When he arrives, he comes fully housebroken. He does not require any dog food, so you don't have to spend money on dog food. He does not have fleas, and he never needs to go to the vet. This is really the perfect pet, okay? Especially if you live somewhere that has a no pet policy and you really want a pet. This is great. This is great. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking, Chris, you're 58 years old. You're talking about the stuffed animal as if you're a kid. Well, that may be part of my autism, but I really love stuffed animals. That's one of my comfort items. I have a lot of them around the house in this office. You can see some of them on the camera. The blue blob back there, he's kind of hunched over. That's a Grover I've had since the 1970s. I have off camera another golden lab sitting on top of a monitor looking down at me. I named him Peekaboo. I have little pandas all over the house. I have stuffed animals everywhere. They comfort me, and it's okay. I'm 58. I have autism, and I'm secure in who I am. I don't mind sharing that with you. And you don't have to be this open about it. If this brings you comfort and you're a little bit self conscious about it, it's okay. What's most important is taking care of yourself. Now, if I was to rate Waggles or Warmies in general, I would have to give them 5 out of 5 hot air balloon ratings. Warmies are a great comfort and can be a healing aid when you're injured by providing warmth or coolness as needed to ease emotional and physical pain. Warmies are not just for kids, but they are for anyone of any age. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. Yes, these are great. They really help you. And they're really going to help kids. They can help us autistic adults who need that little extra help so we can feel safe and calm and secure. We can manage our anxiety. We can have something comfort us during sensory overload or any other challenges we autistic adults face in our holistic world. Now, at the time of taping of this video, Warmy's retail price on Amazon was $29.99. Now, the day that I'm taping this, I'm going to show this to you here. The day that I'm taping this is the Black Friday sales going on. So ignore the price you see on the screen that says $22.99, and that's not its normal price. So go to the link that I have in the video description to get the current price. But yeah, if you're watching this right when it releases and it's Black Friday weekend, this would be a great deal, and it makes a great gift. I love these things. Now, I have provided a link where you can learn more or purchase. Now, I prefer the phrase adopt your own Golden Lab Warmy or any of Waggle's friends on Amazon. See, there's also, I want to say there's a squirrel. That a squirrel? And then another kind of doggies. Uh, is that a moose or a cow? I don't know. I don't live on a farm. This looks like a penguin or a toucan. Reminds me of the mascot for Fruit Loops. Because of his little beak there. Let's see. There's you can't really see it. They don't have a good picture of this one. But this is supposed to be a frog, it looks like. And there's a frog. Okay, is that a frog or an alligator? Could be an alligator. And then, oh, that's a big plush cat. That cat looks so cool. And here's a cat that Couldn't decide what color he wanted to be. It's an aging cat. The left side, he's a young cat. The old side, he has the gray hair. So it's an aging cat, whatever you want to call it. And let's see, that's about this. That gives you an idea of the size. It's not too small, not handheld, but it's a fairly good size. Warming for you. And of course, there's a turtle. So you have a choice of which Warmy you would like to adopt. And like I said, I do have a link to this in the video description, so you can get your own Warmy if you so desire. When you use the link in the video description that reads, purchase your Warmy here as an affiliate marketer, including Amazon, I may earn a commission from your purchase. Commissions help keep my coaching costs affordable and are just one way you can support the work I am doing in and for the autistic adult community. Now it is your turn. Have you got one Warmy? What do you use that helps you when you're feeling anxious? Share it in the comments. What you use could be what somebody else is exactly looking for that could help them. That's what it's all about. The best way autistic adults can find help and resources is from other autistic adults. It's sad there's not a lot of resources out there or specialists out there at this point. That's something I like to see change. But we, in the meantime, can help one another by sharing what works in comments here on this video or in the conversation in our Facebook group, Autistic Adults Embracing Autism. And in that conversation, if you want to, I think you'll be able to add a photo in your comments of what you use to help with anxiety. And if you have one of his family members, another Warmy, especially a golden lab, I'm sure Waggles would love to see some of his family members. So post those pictures as well. I'm kind of kidding. I'm having fun with it. But, it's got to be fun. If you have a Warmy, let me see yours. I'd love to see them. So until next time, this is the Confident Autistic, reminding you that now is the time for you to embrace autism confidently. Join me live Thursday nights for the Confident Autistic Live, where I answer your questions, we discuss this week's videos, offer support, and more. The fun starts Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time in the US of A. Be sure to click the bell when you subscribe to the channel to be notified when the party begins.